Billy Conn's journey into boxing began like a spark that quickly turned into a wildfire. He made his professional debut on July 20th, 1934, knocking out Johnny Lewis in the third round, a sign of what was coming. From that night on, Conn fought with a mix of confidence and hunger, taking on anyone willing to stand across from him. He stacked up wins, building an impressive record of 47 victories, 9 losses, and 1 draw before the world started to realize this young man from Pittsburgh wasn't just another boxer. He was special. He crossed paths with some of the toughest names in the sport, fighters who already had world titles or would soon claim them. He beat men like Fritzy Zivik, Solly Krieger, and Fred Apostoli, all skilled, dangerous, and respected. Then came Teddy Yarosh and young Corbett III, both seasoned warriors who tested Conn's skill and nerve. Each time, Billy found a way to outthink, outfight, and outlast them. Then came July 13th, 1939, the night that changed everything. Under the bright lights of New York, Conn went toe-to-toe with Emilio Bettina for the world light heavyweight crown. It was a battle fought with speed, timing, and pure heart. When the final bell rang, Conn's hand was raised. He was the new world champion. But Conn didn't stop there. He defended his title like a man, protecting something sacred. He beat Bettina again, and then twice overcame Gus Lesnovich, another former world champion, each time surviving grueling 15-round wars. In between title defenses, he stepped up in weight and defeated top heavyweights like Bob Pastor, Lee Saville, Gunnar Barlund, and Buddy Knox, men who outweighed him but couldn't outsmart him. During his reign, Billy Conn became more than a light heavyweight champion. He became a fighter who blurred the line between weight classes, a man whose speed, heart, and style made him one of boxing's most fascinating figures. In May 1941, Billy Conn made a decision that stunned the boxing world. He gave up his light heavyweight crown to chase the biggest prize of all, the heavyweight championship, held by the great Joe Louis. No light heavyweight had ever done it before, and Conn wasn't even planning to bulk up. He wanted to beat the most dangerous man in the world as he was. It was bold, crazy even, but that was Billy Conn. On June 18, 1941, under the lights of the Polo Grounds in New York, Conn stepped into the ring with the Brown Bomber. What followed became one of the most unforgettable nights in boxing history. Round after round, the smaller man danced, jabbed, and slipped punches with incredible skill. He was faster, sharper, and for 12 rounds, he outboxed Joe Louis. By the start of the 13th, Billy Conn was just 2 rounds away from pulling off one of the greatest upsets the sport had ever seen. But then came the moment that changed everything. Instead of playing it safe, Conn went for glory. He wanted to finish Louis, to knock out the champion himself. It was a decision that would haunt him forever. As he lunged in, Louis caught him with a crushing counter. Conn crumpled to the canvas, and the dream was gone in an instant. Minutes later, battered but smiling through the pain, Conn told reporters, "I lost my head and $1 million." When asked why he went for the knockout, he grinned and said, "What's the use of being Irish if you can't be stupid once in a while?" Years later, Conn laughed about it with Louis. "Joe," he said, "why didn't you let me have the title for 6 months? That's all I wanted, just to walk down the block and say I was heavyweight champ." Louis smiled and replied, "Billy, I let you have it for 12 rounds, and you couldn't keep it. How was I going to let you have it for 6 months?" In 1942, Conn went on to defeat Tony Zale and even shared an exhibition ring with Louis once more. But soon after, the world was at war, and both men traded boxing gloves for military uniforms. Billy Conn joined the Army, putting his boxing dreams on hold until 1946. By 1946, fans all over America were begging for one thing: a rematch between Billy Conn and Joe Louis. The memory of their first clash still burned bright, and everyone wanted to see if Conn could finally finish the job he came so close to completing 5 years earlier. On June 19, 1946, the wait was over. Billy Conn stepped back into the ring, and not just for any fight. It was for the World Heavyweight Championship. This time, the stage was Yankee Stadium, and history was being made. It was the first ever televised heavyweight title fight, with over 146,000 people watching from their living rooms, a record-breaking number for the time. Before the bout, someone told Joe Louis that Conn's speed might give him trouble again. Lewis just smiled and said the line that would live forever. "He can run, but he can't hide." When the bell rang, both men showed flashes of their old brilliance, but something had changed. Years of war had slowed them down. The sharpness, the rhythm, it wasn't quite the same. Still, they fought hard, trading punches and pride under the New York lights. But by the 8th round, the great Joe Louis reminded everyone why he was champion. He caught Conn clean, sending him down for good. That night marked the end of an era. Billy Conn's dream of being heavyweight champion faded with the final count. Though he returned to the ring twice more, winning both by 9th-round knockouts, his time as a real contender had passed. On December 10th, 1948, Conn and Lewis shared the ring one last time in a friendly exhibition in Chicago. Two warriors from a golden age, now bound by respect. After that, Billy Conn never fought again. The Irish kid from Pittsburgh who dared to challenge the greatest had finally closed the book on his boxing story. But his legend would never fade. Billy Conn's story outside the ring was just as wild and unforgettable as the one he lived inside it. He married Mary Louise Smith, a beautiful blonde from Pittsburgh, but their love story came with its own fireworks. Mary's father, Jimmy Greenfield Jimmy Smith, was a former Major League Baseball player, and he and Billy never saw eye to eye. One day, tempers exploded. What started as an argument in the kitchen turned into a full-blown fist fight. Billy landed a punch on his father-in-law, breaking his hand in the process. And, as fate would have it, that injury forced him to postpone his long-awaited rematch with Joe Louis. The incident became famous after writer Frank DeFord told the story in Sports Illustrated under the fitting title, The Boxer and the Blonde. Billy also made his way into Hollywood, starring in a 1941 movie called The Pittsburgh Kid. But even after fame and retirement, the fighter in him never disappeared. In 1990, at the age of 73, Conn was at a Pittsburgh convenience store when a robber attacked the store manager. Without hesitation, the old champion jumped in. The robber threw a punch, and Billy threw one right back. The two ended up wrestling on the floor. Later, with a grin, Conn told reporters, "You always go with your best punch, straight left. I think I interrupted his plans." The robber escaped, but not before dropping his coat, with his name and address inside. Mary laughed when asked about it. "My instinct was to get help," she said. Billy's instinct was to fight. That was Billy Conn, a fighter to the core. He was also a close friend of Pittsburgh Steelers owner Art Rooney, and remained a beloved figure in his hometown. Never stopped fighting, in or out of the ring.